Why don't you sit right down and take a load off your mind? It's such a beautiful night, so leave your troubles behind, 'cause they'll be waiting for you. So here's what you do, just take a deep breath and smile. You've been working so hard, and now it's time to unwind. And did you think I'd forget that it's my job to remind you to take some time out for you and take a deep breath and smile. I know that times get hard and all you wanna do is cry. Don't let this mean old world break your heart. Don't just lie down and die. You've got some living to do, and I'll be here by your side through all the good and the bad. I'll be along for the ride. But remember what I told you. Take a deep breath and smile. Yeah. I know that times get hard and all you wanna do is cry. Don't let this mean old world break your heart. Don't just lie down and die. You've got some living to do, and I'll be here by your side through all the good and the bad. I'll be along for the ride. But remember what I told you. Take a deep breath and smile.
Thank you all very much. Wow, what a gorgeous night. I'm very grateful to be here and to see all of you here. We're going to move right along with a song I wrote about some fictional character. I don't know who this song is about. Maybe you know who this song is about. Maybe it's about somebody you know. I don't know who this is about, but it's a little story called The Get Up and Go. 2, 1, 2. My father left us on a Monday. On Tuesday, the telephone rang. On Wednesday night, he came back. And all day Thursday
So he got up and went. All the mama's time and loving so foolishly spent. Always hoping that daddy would come home from wherever he went. He had the get up and go. So he got up and went. We'll line up the ponies at the starting gate and fire that starting gun. Well, Daddy came back on a Sunday and he took us to the church in town. He even put on his suit and tie and he promised that he'd stick around. But no fear of God Almighty or any warning about a lake of fire was enough to keep Daddy at home, 'cause he was a liar. He had to get up and go. So he got up and went. All of his time and money foolishly spent. Always hoping that the horses and the carts would make the rent. He had to get up and go. So he got up and went. He had to get up and go. Get up and go. Thank you very much.
So we're going to try something new on you, but if you're hearing us for the first time, this is all new, right? This is a song I wrote about never giving up and sticking to your guns. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. I know she gave you a pretty rough ride. Get up on that horse again. I know it's easy to let things slide. Get up on that horse again. The road is bumpy, narrow and long. The ones who built it sang the same damn song. Would you rather just give up without having tried? Or get up on that horse again?
escaping the hand you've been dealt. There ain't a soul among us who hasn't felt what you felt. So would you rather just give up without having tried, or get up on that horse again? Get up on that horse again. We do a lot of costume changes in this band. I think one thing that the three of us have in common, we couldn't decide what we wanted to be when we grew up, so we're just doing a little bit of everything. Let me take a moment to introduce these handsome fellas. On the bass, that's Mr. Shawn Nadeau. And then over here, on just about everything else, is Davy Sturtevant. And I gotta tell you, I was real tempted on a night as beautiful as this, when we went downstairs earlier into the green room in the basement of the church. I was like, oh, it's a little chilly down here. You know, we humans, we love to complain, commiserate, you know? And this is a song that I wrote to remind myself that I'm lucky that I get to complain about anything at all. It's called Make It Mine. 2, 3, 4. Old man winter can be such a pest. I just shoveled off the front porch. I'll let the sunlight do the rest. And underneath the snow, seeds wait to grow. How do they know? It's anyone's guess. The rains in April become the flowers in the spring. The world wakes up and every creature with a voice starts to sing. I try not to complain every time it starts to rain, and instead remember all the goodness that it brings. Because isn't it a miracle to be alive, to feel that spark of passion along your spine? Whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. But the springtime rains can be so cold, so I try not to hit those frogs as they jump out in the road. I pray that they might find a safer place and kind around the next turn. If I may be so bold to say, isn't it a miracle to be alive, to feel that spark of passion along your spine? Whether it's evolved this way or been some grand design, I'm gonna take this life and make it mine. And then summer's long hard days will give way to fall, and slowly paint a picture on the forest so tall. In a slumber so deep, Mother Earth goes back to sleep. Isn't it amazing that she wakes up at all?
shoes to come off. Here is a, yeah, we love this weather, but old instruments do not. And we tune because we care. So, I'm working on a brand new record at the moment, and it's always a fun and enlightening process. And this song will be on it. This is a life history, a life story in about 2.5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The day that I turned 21, I hated nearly everyone except that phony friend in my hand. I could knock them back with the best of them, but just like all the rest of them, I couldn't see beyond the end of my nose. Goodness knows how I'm still here. The old man had just turned 51 when the cancer's evil work was done and left Mom and me with no place to stand. And from the booze I was set free, but she chose not to follow me, my love, and her fear came to blows. Goodness knows how I'm still here. Some call it luck, some call it grace. I think I'm just more stubborn than most. But like Mama used to say, I come by it honestly. The year that I turned 31, my mother finished up her run. Her hourglass had run out of sand. It'd been years since we had spoken. Both our weary hearts are broken. I'm alone now on the road I chose. Goodness knows how I'm still here. Some call it luck, some call it grace. I think I'm just more stubborn than most. But like Mama used to say, I come by it honestly. And now that I've seen 41, my fighting years are far from done, and the earth is truly the promised land. But still those shadows speak to me, each day less convincingly, to reach for the thorn and not the rose. Goodness knows I'm so glad I'm still here. Thank you very much. Get Davy to do one more on the mandolin. This is from our last record. This is the title track. It's a song I wrote about singing. It's called Singin'. And the CD is called Singin'. Pretty self-explanatory. 2, 3, 4. Too many things have tried to stand in my way, and too many times I've had to push them away. And there's too many voices asking me, why do I even try to reach for the golden ring, to reach out to strangers and sing? Well, singing ain't just something that I do. Singing is the thing that sees me through. I'm gonna sing my song out loud and proud. I'm gonna raise my voice above the crowd, 'cause singing is the thing that sees me through.
Some people say that dreams are best unchanged, and others like me instead would say what a waste. I don't know what lies ahead, but I know I've got to try to reach for the golden ring, to find the courage to sing. 'Cause singing ain't just something that I do. Singing is the thing that sees me through. I'm gonna sing my song out loud and proud. I'm gonna raise my voice above the crowd. 'Cause singing is the thing that sees me through every day. And every song is a candle that lights along my way. Don't ever let anybody hold you down. Don't ever let your fears push you around. 'Cause you have a voice inside of you, so raise it to the sky, and you can reach for anything. Just let your heart song ring. Well, singing ain't just something that I do. Singing is the thing that sees me through. If it's a crowd of 1,000 or a party of one, I'm gonna keep on singing till my days are done. 'Cause singing is the thing that sees me through. Singing is the thing that sees me through.
Thank you. Well, I am not the only songwriter in this group. Davy's gonna play you one of his songs.
Are we really doing Big Red House?
Could we?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. I'd like a show of hands, please. Lovely. Just lovely. Now, but seriously, how many here have neighbors? Can be interesting, huh? Imagine if your neighbor was learning to play the fiddle. Got a big gray house on a red brick street. I got a deadbolt lock upon the door. Gonna play my fiddle till the neighbors drop dead. I'm gonna play my fiddle some more. Got a big gray house on a red brick street. I got a letter from a woman down the way. She said, vote for Thelma Swanson on the Publicratic ticket. You'll be glad you did. Sincerely, good day. All right. Got a big gray house on a red brick street, and there's a kid selling candy door to door. I'm getting big and round. He's gonna go to town and buy himself an athletic uniform. Got a big gray house on a red brick street. The city cut the maple tree down. Ain't never cut the grasses, ain't never cut the taxes, but they still had the brass to come around. Providing a solid foundation for the Heather Pierson Acoustic Trio, Mr. Shawn Nadeau. Got a big gray house on a red brick street. I got a deadbolt lock upon the door. Gonna play my fiddle till the neighbors drop dead.
Davy Sturtevant.
Thank you.
All right, how about a little more audience participation? How about some little sing-along? Yeah. Yeah. You only have to remember 2 words, which is helpful at this hour. Oh, mama. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, mama.
Oh, mama, that sounds good. Now can I get a 100-year-old banjo into? Nope. Don't even try. 2. Oh, 1, 2. You say that he's a scoundrel. You say he's an heir.
to the fires of hell. Oh, mama, you don't know him the way I do. You say that I could do better, that there's plenty of fish in the sea. Oh, mama, you don't know him the way I do. Well, better to swim with sharks, I say, than to be kissing on a manatee. Oh, mama, you don't know him the way I do. I know you tried to teach me to be all meek and mild. I know you hate it whenever I say it, but the boy just drives me wild. You say that I'm too young still. Yeah, you tell me just to wait and see. Oh, mama, you don't know him the way I do. Yeah. Yeah. I know you tried to teach me to always know my place, but can't you see what you're doing to me? Yeah, it's written all over my face. Why can't you leave us alone now, mama? Why can't you just leave us be? Oh, mama, you don't know him the way I do. Oh, mama, you don't know him the way I do.
Thank you very much for oh mama-ing along with us. All right, another show of hands. How many people here have been to New Orleans, Louisiana? Oh yeah, good number of you. Well, I always tell people who haven't raised their hands the same thing, and that is if you love music and you love art and you love food, you got to put it at the top of your bucket list. Highly recommended. I spend as much time there as I can get away with. We just got back, Shawn and I just got back from 10 days of...
I think you're forgetting one aspect.
What's that?
Public intoxication.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you like public drunkenness and cops on horses and cockroaches and humid weather and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely the place for you. Yeah, we were just there the end of June, working and teaching and having a great time. So I love to bring a little bit of New Orleans wherever we go. And we're going to do a couple songs that you might hear in the French Quarter. This first one was written by Louis Armstrong, who is, of course, known mostly for his interpretations of other people's songs. This is one that he wrote, the music and the lyrics. And the second one is a peppy little number from the 1920s. And there's plenty of room over in that field if you feel like dancing. Or in the aisles, perhaps. Someday you'll be sorry the way you treated me was wrong. I was the one who taught you all you know. Your friends have sent you to make me sing another song. Well, good luck, maybe with you. And for the future, have no fear. You won't find another to treat you like a brother. Someday you'll be sorry, dear.
who taught you all you know. Your friends have sent you to make me sing another song. Well, good luck, maybe with you. And for the future, have no fear. You won't find another to treat you like a brother. Someday you'll be sorry, dear. Someday you'll be sorry, dear. I want a big butter and egg man from way out in the west. I'm getting tired of working all day. I want somebody who wants me to play. Pretty gold and silver have never been mine, but if my dream comes true, dear, the sun's gonna shine. So I want a big butter and egg man. Now don't some big butter and egg man want me? Yeah, now. I want big butter and egg man from way out in the west. I'm getting tired of working all day. I want somebody who wants me to play. Pretty gold and silver have never been mine, but if my dream comes true, dear, the sun's gonna shine. So I want a big butter and egg man. Now don't some big butter and egg man want me? Now don't a big butter and egg man want me?
Thank you very much. So we live not too far from here. We're based in the Mount Washington Valley. Shawn and I live on the New Hampshire side in Conway. And Davy is a transplanted maniac living in the town of Lovell, Maine. And yeah, it's a really beautiful place, as I'm sure you all know, to call home. And this is a song I wrote a few years back. I was on the road, really far from home, and really missing the whites, and was thinking about generations of people for hundreds of years would put their roots down in the little valleys and the little hollers in the Appalachian Mountains and never leave for generations. And just wondering about that, wondering if I'll be one of those people too, or if I'll stay where I am or move somewhere else. So I was feeling homesick when I wrote this song. Wrote a song about one of those Appalachian people who put their roots down. It's called Ain't Gotten Around. Two, three, four. Another clear morning, another bluebird sky, another day of letting things go. I've heard my share of laughter and all the tears I've cried. I'm quite sure that I've seen more than most. I'll tell you why I hide myself away in these mountains. 'Cause there's a whole world of hurt beyond that ridge. I'm sure some folks out there are happy, and I'm sure they'd mean me well, but I just ain't gotten around to building that bridge. No, I just ain't gotten around to building that bridge. Well, I ain't much for drama. I've heard it all before, and I don't wear my heart up on my sleeve. With these four walls around me and all that beauty at my door, how in heaven's name could I ever leave? I'll tell you why I hide myself away in these mountains. 'Cause the world is full of things that I don't need. I'm sure the land out there is fertile, and I'm sure the grass is green, but I just ain't gotten around to planting those seeds. No, I just ain't gotten around to planting those seeds. Big old moon is rising, and all the chores are done. My belly's full and the fire's dying down. My eyes are growing heavy, and the whiskey's got my tongue. It's time to sleep till that sun comes back around. I'll tell you why I hide myself away in these mountains. 'Cause the world ain't exactly how it seems. I'm sure some folks would tell you different, and I reckon it might be true, but I just ain't gotten around to having those dreams. No, I just ain't gotten around to having those dreams. Thank you very much. I'm going to try another brand new song out on y'all. We're not always fortunate enough as full-time performing musicians to be in situations like this where we are in front of a beautiful, large, captive, listening audience. Sometimes we find ourselves in places where people are cheering, but they might be cheering for something that's happening like on a screen over our heads, like in the corner of a bar or a restaurant or something. So we get to do a lot of people watching. So this is a song I wrote based on some people watching in bars. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So many barflies buzzing around my stool, nursing my water and trying not to lose my cool. I like this one who has big brown eyes, but he don't like to talk, he'd rather look at my thighs. I said, talking's nice, you know you really ought to give it a chance. He said he'd rather drink and dance, drink and dance. He's gonna have another drink and try to find a little romance. Drink and dance, drink and dance. Some would say that he's thrown his life away, 'cause all he does is drink and dance. Then I watched this big blonde woman stagger up to the bar, and she shot me a look that was brighter than a shooting star. She laughed at me and said, hey, what's your deal? You look like a kid who lost her Happy Meal. I said, thinking's nice, you know you really ought to give it a chance. She said she'd rather drink and dance, drink and dance. She's gonna have another drink and try to find a little romance. Drink and dance, drink and dance. Well, some would say that she's thrown her life away, 'cause all she does is drink and dance every Friday night at the same old bar by the same stoplight. Well, maybe she's right. Maybe I should loosen up and have a little fun tonight. I said, hey, brown eyes, I got a gal here I'd like you to meet. And 2 minutes later, neither one of them had missed a beat. Then I went and put $1 in the music machine, and these two young lovers were a sight to be seen. I said, matchmaking's nice, you know I'm really glad I gave it a chance. And now I watch them drink and dance, drink and dance. They're gonna have another drink and try to find a little romance. Drink and dance, drink and dance. Well, some would say that I've thrown my life away, 'cause I don't like to drink and dance. 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 Thank you all very much. I'll toss it back to Davy now. He's going to sing another one of his songs. Oh, he's got the He's got the wacky guitar.
Wacky guitar, yeah, it's a wacky guitar. This guitar was made by a guy named Larry Pogreba, and he really likes to build instruments out of recycled materials whenever possible. And Larry was, he found a yard where they were scrapping airplanes, and he took some of the aluminum home, and he cut it up, and he fashioned it together with TIG welding, and he hand-hammered it and anodized it in some kind of bath to give it the blue color. And so he had the body then, and then he was at a yard sale, and he saw a real nice mahogany dining room table that had some water stains. People had put glasses on there, and some cigarette burns, I think, candle burns, I don't know. And he cut that up and made it into a bunch of guitar necks. And he was hanging around a car yard, and he found a 64 Rambler hubcap. Think about it, some of us owe our very lives to the Nash Rambler. And if you don't understand that joke, ask somebody with white hair. They'll explain it. This is a song about a place.
Oh, boy.
I do have to check my intonation. And this tuner doesn't work. Okay.
I got one. I got three.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
That Heather Pierson. She is a fine performer and yes, she is. She's a good friend, too. Last night I paid a visit to the land of the Neverwas. They got honest politicians there, and the rich folks all are generous just because. In the land of the Neverwas, I saw some great reality television. Land of the Neverwas. That songwriters bathe in caviar in the land of the Neverwas. And guitarists all got pickle jars full of $100 bills just because. In the land of the Neverwas. And they're changing the world a song at a time. In the land of the Neverwas. Heather, you got some change for me there? On a spit piano, Heather Pierson. We've had really good sound here tonight, thanks to that man right there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
This verse is for him. It's a really clever thing to drop a microphone in the land of the Neverwas. And you're wise to leave your daughter alone with a man that likes to make movies just because. In the land of the Neverwas, you'll be really proud when he gives her that role. In the land of the Neverwas. What you gonna roll my way, Shawn? Shawn Nadeau on the bass. I had lunch with a woman that I thought I knew in the land of the Neverwas. She was kind, she was honest too. It felt so good to be with her there, just because. In the land of the Neverwas. We had a real fine conversation, found peace and harmony. We resolved every one of our differences, saw Jesus in a cup of tea. And then a pig flew in through the window, and a unicorn pranced through the wall. And I swear that's how it all went down. I was there. I saw it all in the land of the Neverwas. The land of the Neverwas. The land of the Neverwas. Oh, don't just stay too long there in the land of the Neverwas. Oh.
You got any Bessie Smith fans here? Oh, yeah! This one's for you. Did you ever fall in love with a man that was no good? You're awfully quiet. Did you ever fall in love with a man that was no good? No matter what you did for him, he never understood the meanest things he could say would thrill you through and through. The meanest things he could say would thrill you through and through. And there was nothing too dirty for that man to do. They treat you nice and treat you kind. just could not stand. No, I really don't think that no man's love can last. No, I really don't think that no man's love can last. 'Cause they love you to death and then they treat you like a thing of the past. All living in my neighborhood. I said there's 19 men all living in my neighborhood. 18 of them are fools and one ain't no doggone good. Yeah, did you ever fall in love with a man that was no good? Me just like I'm a dog. Thank you very much. One more time, that is Shawn Nadeau on the bass fiddle. And on strings and brass, Davy Sturtevant. And my name is Heather Pierson, and I'm so thankful to be here tonight with all of you, and big thanks to Beth for the invitation to come here. And how about a huge round of applause for the people that have kept this going for 41 years. That's awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. My heart is full, and my belly is too, and I'm just so happy. We're going to leave you with one last song. This is going to be on the new record that's in progress. This is my version of Church. I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Whenever I say no to hatred, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. I'm not turning my back on anything. I am opening my arms to the world. So whenever I say no to hatred,
I'm saying yes, yes, yes to joy. Whenever I say no to sadness, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to joy. I'm not turning my back on anything. I am opening my arms to the world. So whenever I say no to sadness, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to joy. Well, sometimes it's easier to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard to do what is right, but I won't lose sight of love. Well, sometimes it's easier to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard to do what is right. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to get lost in the night. Sometimes it's so hard to reach for the light. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to give up the fight. Sometimes it's so hard to do what is right, but I won't lose sight of love. I'm not turning my back on anything. I am opening my arms to the world. So whenever I say no to hatred, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. That's your part. I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Yeah, I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Let me hear you. I'm saying yes, yes, yes to love. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. I'm saying yes, yes, yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes to love. Aw, shucks. I said shucks. do. I searched all around and I thought I'd found a place to hang my hat. And just like that you tell me that we're through. I know I'm not perfect, I know I'm not a saint. Well, at least I know what I am, and I know what I ain't. And if that's not enough, well, that's just tough. But I thought you'd love me just how I was, and now, because you're leaving, I think I might faint. I got the good girl blues, they get me every time. That's your part if you feel like singing. I got the good girl blues, they get me every time.
Thank you very much. Come see me over at the gazebo. I want to say hi.
Well, Heather, Davy, and Shawn, thanks for a delightful evening on the green. We love you. Thank you so much. So